Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tech Team Trunks channel where we're going to tinker and learn. Today, we're going to be doing a Mageia Linux review. This is the hidden gem in the Linux world. Be sure to like the video on the way in, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, hit the bell for notifications, and comment below if you have any experience with this particular Linux distro. And without further ado, we'll start the video. All right, so we're going to get into it right away. We're going to talk about what it is, and real quick, it's the ultimate operating system that revolutionizes your digital world. With Mageia Linux, you are welcome into a realm where endless possibilities await. From seamless multitasking to unparalleled security features, imagine effortlessly navigating through your tasks with lightning fast speed thanks to its optimized performance that ensures quick response times. Say goodbye to frustrating crashes and freezes as Mageia Linux guarantees stability like no other, allowing you to focus solely on your work or play without any interruptions. So it's a pretty good little operating system. I personally like it. I think it only thing that I have to say is that maybe a few more things could have been installed, like a movie editor for Paul, you know. Um, so the goals is we're gonna download the ISO, we're gonna install the operating system, and then we're gonna explore the operating system. Um, and also too, while you're here, be sure to like the video. You can support the channel by going to my link tree. I'll put a link in the description below, and also be sure to subscribe, share, and like and comment. And we're going to start by setting up VMware, setting up the ISO and VMware. So we got Mageia 9's ISO in the VMware screen. I opted for an other Linux, the latest other Linux. I think that's what we wanted to do. So I said other Linux 5 kernel 64-bit. I have a 64-bit operating system. And then I like to number in case I install it more than once. And this time I'm going to, I'm going to store the virtual disk as a single file. But I wanted to look through and see what other options I have because on the channel I'll be installing a lot of this, but I don't have a lot of hard drive space on the computer that I'm installing it on. So I have to be really careful here in terms of how I allocate the disk space to the drive and that sort of thing. So I'm basically going over these screens and then I say I want to customize hardware, see if there's any other options I have for my disk. But apparently the hard drive is not showing up yet. So I think one of the things I could have did was maybe provided a little bit more RAM. But I didn't even think to do that. It was so late at night when I was recording this portion of the video. All right, so we're ready to click next and finish up, and then we're going to run the live disk because that's the first thing you're going to run into is the live disk. The live disk is important because that's going to allow us to install the software that we want to install. So what I like about this particular setup is you don't have to boot into the live. You could just install the operating system right off the live disk, which was very convenient. If you've seen some of the other videos, you would have to boot into the live environment and then click a icon that installs the operating system. This is a little bit different. So we're in the installer screen. It's a little weird, but it took a little getting used to. Let's see. Um, so this is what the installation screen looks like. These are the different prompts that it goes through. Um, it's pretty simple. I can't complain about it, but I mean it works and it gets things done. But is it pretty? No, that's the only thing. So I'm just verifying my disk partition, and I'm looking at what these different screens say. It's talking about the following media have been found. It will be used during the install, core release, non-free release installers, and it's looking for available packages. I just went with the default plasma selection for the desktop workstation profile, and I clicked on it just to see the preview, and I was pretty impressed with the preview. I mean, for what I saw, and we are currently installing it. And this is their little slideshow, so it's a proudly free software. You're free to use and enjoy Mageia and be part of a global community. So yeah, if you do download this, and you're encouraged to sign up for the global community right off the bat, which is really cool. Um, so the time remaining, it did not take long at all to install this operating system. Um, I mean, as a matter of fact, it went really quick, the installation, and I was impressed. There you have the release notes, and then you have the details, and it provides this nice little slideshow. The only thing is, they could have made the slideshow like a little bit more bigger, maybe take up a little bit more real estate in this box. But that's just my critique of it. But it's not really a big deal. I mean, just as long as you can read it, at least. I guess that's what counts. But it's a nice little simple slideshow. Um, and slideshows are great for like when you're waiting for the installation, because you get a little bit of information about the operating system that you're installing, and that helps to kind of boost your confidence, and give you a little bit of insight as to what you are installing on your system. And we're down to 1 minute remaining. Let's see. So the installation should be complete really soon. Okay. And it just takes a minute to, finish up its installation process. And once it's complete, which it looks like the bar is moving now, about 20 seconds, 10 seconds, post installation. So you got to set the administrator's root password. And it's the standard Linux installation stuff that you have to do. You need a root password, and you need a user to be able to, benefit from this operating system. And that's what you're going to see in a lot of Linux distros that are set up this way. All right, so we'll put in my password. I just use a simple generic password that I know, and it's actually pretty simple, because for this operation, or this level of operation, I I go, like, if I come back to this operating system like years later, I I know what password I put in. All right, so I just wanted to look at the advanced options, finish the install, look at some of the it's preparing the initial startup program. So it says it may take a while. It didn't take too long. So we'll just wait for that, and then we'll just let it be a plug and play. Choose a monitor. So we're going to choose a plug and play monitor. And then you get to configure your time zones, country, bootloader, user management, services, keyboard, mouse, sound card, graphical interface, network, Ethernet, proxies. We're not going to use proxies. And then if you go further down, there's like security options as well. So we have security level standard, firewall activated. Okay, so it's doing the bootloader installation process. I have the opportunity to set up online media. Let's allow security updates to set up online media, internet connection. So it's bringing up the network, and it's gonna like try to do an update or something like that. I chose automatic, just left everything default. And for some reason, I left it here, and then nothing happened. Like it was like start download of synthesis, blah, 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 blah. Well, I got kind of bored and I decided to reboot it and see if the system would boot. And you'll see that in a minute here. So yeah, we're just waiting for it to do whatever. And yeah, it didn't. Like, that's the only thing I didn't like about the installation, that didn't went smooth, because if I would have sat here and waited, I probably would have waited until I turned to stone. So yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to do here. Maybe if you guys know, you can comment below. And if you're liking the content, please like the video. That helps the algorithm. Um, Share the content if you feel like sharing the content, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and click that notification bell and comment below. All right, so I got a little bit impatient with it, and I decided to you know just reboot the whole thing and see if I had anything to boot, because nothing was happening at this point, and we're halfway through the video. Cancel wasn't active. There was no buttons, nothing. I started to panic. I was like, oh my. I tried to see, is there anything clickable? Nothing was clickable. So then what I ended up doing was just going up and just uh, rebooting the machine. Sometimes you might have to do that because nothing was happening, nothing was working. So restart it. And once we restarted it, everything worked out fine. I mean, so it goes to the boot menu, and then I just left it load default. And we'll boot into the environment. This is booting off the hard disk. Okay, we'll just give that a minute to boot up. And we enter the information that we entered in the previous screens, such as username and password. Enter the same username as what you did in the last screens. Enter the same password. And it's going to put you to session Plasma. And there's other sessions too that we could look at. The login process is pretty quick. And we are pretty much logged in. The desktop environment is going to load for us. And here is the Mageia Desktop environment. Welcome to Mageia. Nice little welcome message for you. System sounds are working. We're just want to double check system audio. Make sure that I find that I have, if I don't do this step, I have audio issues. So what I did was I changed it from analog uh, to to analog stereo output, so that VMware can pick up the sounds. And I should have tested the audio, but I didn't. But I actually did later on actually play a video. We actually did get sound from it. So I check and connect my sound card. Check the volume. No applications are playing recording audio. Check different things. And then what we're going to do, basically check to see that my sound card is connected. I verified that the sound card is connected in VMware. And then now we're just going to go around, look at the operating system. But first I'm going to change the resolution. Make sure that we keep it there. Okay, the resolution looks nice. It picks up nicely on the screens. And then we could proceed to explore what we have in this operating system. All right, so we're just taking a quick look at some of the menus and how the menus are laid out in this awesome operating system. I think it's a pretty good package. I mean, you could do your graphics, you could do some sound, some video. If I wanted to edit video on this, I might have to install other applications. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, I'm not using it with a whole lot of RAM. So it's, I just kind of like, just wanted to look at some of the menu items that we had, maybe make it familiar for you guys. And hey, if you're liking the content, be sure to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell. Make sure that, if you feel like sharing this out, somebody could benefit from this, share it. And comment below if you have any experience with this operating system or if you know something that I don't know. Just comment below. So, yeah, we're just looking at I'm just trying to read some of what's on the menu there and seeing what it is that maybe I might want to use right now. Going to different ones, seeing what the tools, sound, video, graphics, just seeing what we have. To be honest, some of the other packages that I've seen are a little bit more inclusive than what we have here. Only reason I say that is because the previous video I did contained a video editor. This didn't contain a video editor, but not everybody needs a video editor. I get it. All right, so we changed the theme a little bit to the dark side, which is really cool. I like the look. I like the graphics. I can't complain about the graphics in the operating system. And it's also responsive too. All right, that's your activity manager. That's a handy thing. And you got access to settings and let's see. I don't know what that. I don't know. I'm not sure what I just clicked, but okay, it's control center. All right, so cool. You have a control center. Okay, so you could do software management, hardware management, network and internet system, network and sharing, local files, and different things like that. You can manage all your hardware, configure graphics, configure mouse and keyboard, configure print and scanning, and all those different things. You can edit your connections from this screen. You could configure Windows shares, configure NFS shares. What I decided to do is try to configure drives off the network so I could get a video to play and see how the sound works and how responsive playing video is. Now, for whatever reason, the system did not take much RAM. I think I saw that it had 768 megabytes of RAM or something silly like that. So playing the video wasn't all that great. It was a little behind and laggy. But that's neither here nor there. That's probably something that I could have, managed because I was going through those setting screens. All right, so we're going to set up the SMB share. I'm going to put it to my NAS. I'll put the authentication in. Okay, put in the password. And since I'm the only one using it, I'll click remember password after I put in my password. Okay, once you do that, click OK. Okay, my shares are there. All right, so now the only thing we could do is maybe close out of that one stream, close out of that stream, and I'm gonna try. I want to see if I can. I want to see if I could drag and drop a video. I don't know what it's authenticating for. Okay, so it brought up my other drives as well. So we're just looking around, just gonna try to see if we could do something with a video. So I'll get off the screen here. So as VNC player, VLC media player, excuse me. And what we'll do is we'll just grab one of my videos and we'll see how it responds. Copy it to the desktop for the time being. And you get the little dialog box above the clock. It tells you it's completed. And the video, we open it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Trump channel. We're discussing the Acer 5. We're going to unleash the power of the Acer 5. I'll drop 23 room. That's a great hard.
Yes, something's wrong with the audio. So we'll just, get out of it. And this pretty much is the video on Mageia Linux. So I'm okay. I mean, it's a decent operating system. It's pretty on it's more on a basic level, It has some pretty simple things like you could do graphics, you could do your internet, you could do your office stuff, and you could do your different things like that. And it's free. So you could download it, go to DistroWatch, and you could check it out. So basically, if you're liking the content, be sure to like the video, share the video, comment below. And your support is greatly appreciated. You can visit my link tree. There'll be a link in the description below. And thanks for watching and have a great day.